To our weekly market forecast. Is your boy at my FX, the prophetic analyst. So this is a weekly market forecast for the 28th to the 2nd of May. So most likely this is like the last month of May, last week of May, and also we have 2 trading days in the month of May. Okay, last week of April, and we have 2 more trading days in the month of May. So without further ado, let's dive into the business of the day, which is BTC. All right, and you guys see how we were able to predict BTC into precision for last week. Okay, price was somewhere around here. I told you guys that there was actually a buy scenarios that we were looking for price to go back to all the way to our 91k, and even the next resistance, which is about our 95k. Okay, which you guys see how it played out into precision. And also I did mark out this zone. Okay, I did mark out this zone of these zones between the 85k and the 83k. All right, looking for price breakout, which was the break, the retest, which we later had, and the push continuations to our 91k. So if you actually watched this video, okay, and you would have been able to make some new long entries after this retest, just like I anticipated, maybe on this other candle. Okay, and that breakout, that retest, stop loss below there, then you're targeting your next zone. So that would have been a nice 1:2 for you guys. And mind you, this trade I was swinging it for the longest of time, since a week before. So I swung it for almost 1 week, and signals were also being sent on the free Telegram community. So if you are not on our free Telegram community, please do well to join our free Telegram community. Okay, so without further ado, let's continue with the business of the day. So let's see how the weekly time frame actually closed for last week. Okay, for the weekly time frame, we can see price is currently somewhere around the neckline of this chart pattern, like so. And price has been bullish. Okay, price has been bullish for like 1 to 3 weeks. Okay, 3 weeks of bullishness. We'll be having 3 weeks of bullishness, this in which I've called into precision. So let's go to our hourly time frame to see how we can make the best out of it. Okay, so price has been bullish back to our 95k zones. Okay, so actually we have a very nice chart pattern right about here. All right, if you are my mentee or you join our free Telegram communities when we host our free live sessions, you know why we are taking this trade. And right now, currently, we are actually on a trade right now on BTC, in which I have already sent out on the community. All right, so due to when you are watching this video, please do well to go join the community so that you can always be able to get free forex signals like this. So we are actually bearish on BTC USD. Very nice sales right about there. So we are actually targeting 100% retracement level, which is somewhere around here or between these zones. Okay, which is price being bearish back to our 91k. So for those of you guys, because we are already in good profit here, for those of you guys, maybe due to the time you are watching this video, you could wait for a lower time frame break, retest, and a push continuations to the first level, which is a 92k, or going to as deep as a 91k. Okay, so you can use your 15 minutes time frame entries or your 1 hour, your lower time frames, to have that break, that retest, and a push continuations to the downside. So that will be what we'll be looking for on BTC. But mind you, these cells are more like retracement. Okay, we could even have these cells as deep as back to our 88k, somewhere around here, between our 88 to our 86k. All right, somewhere around these zones. Let me mark it out, somewhere around these zones, like so. Okay, so either which way, mark them out on your phone, your PC, or your trading device. Up next is Xauusd. Here on gold, we have been, so let's look at the weekly time frame, how price actually closed for last week. We can see price has been on more like a consolidation. Okay, price has been ranging, so actually you may not see this as a range here, but this is more like a pin bar, a hammer, a reversal candle pattern on the weekly time frame. Okay, which is a nice significant pattern right about there. So we can go to our hourly time frames to see how we can make the best out of this, guys. Okay, so here on the hourly time frame, what we have to do is to mark out our upper zones like so, mark out our lower zones like so, and look for a break, a retest, and a push continuations to the downsides, or a break, retest, push continuations to the upsides. Okay, so for me, I'm actually targeting the upsides, guys. Okay, for now, but either which way in which price goes, all right, we would still be in profit. Okay, but mind you, have been on the range on this what's it called, gold buys. Okay, I've been on the range on these gold buys for the longest. I think we took that trade somewhere around here, and our TP is somewhere around 3,400 ounce to the upside. Okay, so price has been ranging right about there. So for you seeing this video now, okay, the best you should be looking for is to be conservative for a break, a retest, and push continuations to the upsides here, or a break, retest, push continuations to the downsides. Okay, so that's what we'll be looking for on golds. Okay, you can also add your fundamentals to that to make sense out of this. Up next is USD. For last week, all right, it's very important to look at how the weekly time frame closed. We can see price closed more like on the next resistance we have there on the weekly time frame. Let me mark that out for you guys to see. All right, and we can see the candle closing in which price is giving us that reversal candle pattern. Okay, clearly we are on an uptrend. Okay, we are on an uptrend, so we know that price moves in a wave, okay, not in a straight line. So how well can we take the best possible entries from this on the lower time frame? So what I have to do here is nothing different, okay, nothing much. So I'll just have to mark out my upper zones, because you guys can see price has been ranging also here before market closed on Friday. Okay, so I'll mark out my upper zones and my lower zones like so. So either which way in which price goes, all right, price has to break, retest, and push continuations to the upsides, or price has to break, retest, push continuations to the downsides. But if you may ask me, I would be favoring the downsides. Okay, reasons, and you are going to see why I'll be favoring the downsides when we go to the DXY. Okay, so this is what we are actually looking out for. All right, so we should be looking for price to come back to 1.10868 on Euro USD. That's it for Euro USD. Up next is GDPUSD. GDPUSD, same thing. All right, GDPUSD has been bullish for last week, though more like a bullish range. Okay, so price closed on this resistance level, and to make sense out of this, we go to our hourly time frame to see how we can take the best possible trades from here. All right, so I'll mark out my upper zones like I said, and my lower zones. All right, so all what you need is price to break these levels, okay, either to the upsides, all right, then you should be targeting 100% retracement levels, or either to the downsides. All right, so our next level target for GDPUSD, looking left, I would put a zone right about here. That support right about there should be 1.33047, or we could even go as deeper as that. Okay, so mind you, this is more like 70 to 100 pip moves, and you guys know we trade from zones to zones. Okay, up next is the DXY. We can see how the DXY closed right about there, a ranging market. All right, price has been choppy, a little bit choppy, and if you look left, you see price had to retrace back to this support level right about there, and that is why price closed on that level. Okay, so we may be, and also very important, if you are my mentees, or this is one of those things in which we teach about on our mentorship, okay, which we are currently holding. So if you look left, you see price has a lot of imbalance left around here. Okay, so we may be having some strong bullishness to the upsides for next week. Okay, so but let's go to the hourly time frame to see how we can have the best possible entries from this. Okay, also looking at here, I think this looks more like a very nice chart pattern, okay, which it should be used to. All right, so we can see something like a nice head and shoulders right about there for us. So I'll take this out. Okay, I'll take that out. So if you're trading head and shoulders, you know what to do. So just like before, all right, just like before, I'm going to mark out the upper zones and the lower zones like so. Mind you, this is done on the 4 hours, so your entries could be the 1 hour or the 15 minutes time frame. All right, so either price breaks out of these zones, right, you use your entry confirmations, be it smart money, be whatever. So for the bullish sides, you'll be targeting our next zones to target is our first zones here. We should be targeting the 100.568. then we could be going as deep as 102.916. okay, and for the bearish sides, okay, we could have price break here, retest, and target 100% retracement level, which is the 97.599 right about there. But I would be actually favoring the upside. So why is this so? Looking left, we have a lot of imbalance left here to be filled. And what does that mean? If the DXY is actually bullish, okay, due to correlation, so we should be expecting Euro USD, GDP and its likes to be bearish. Okay, so that's why we're looking for bearishness on Euro USD and GDP USD. Okay, so up next is USDJPY. For USDJPY, okay, we are going to mark out some zones like so, and mark out some zones. So let's look at the weekly time frame, actually how we close to. Very important. So we can see we have been having like 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have been having like 3 weeks of bearishness or longer. Okay, we can see all of this has been nice bearishness to the downsides, and we have some zones right about here which we should take into considerations. Okay, we have some nice zones right about there. All right, so price came back, reacted off this zone. So for the bigger picture, we could see price come here and drop. Okay, but I would love to look at the hourly time frames to know what we are doing. Okay, so we see on the weekly time frame price looks bearish, but here on the hourly time frame price looks bullish. Okay, we are having bullish confirmations due to divergence and the rest. You can see price is coming down and price is going up there. Okay, so what we could be having here on the hourly time frame, all right, let me zoom out a little bit. Okay, we have that break already, that retest and push continuations to this first level. Our first level there should be our 0.86008. okay, then we can go as deep as our, let me put a line there, as deep as our 0.8847 area like so. Okay, so that will be it for USDCHF. The last but not the least, USDJPY. For USDJPY for last week, okay, price closed bullish, but more like a reversal pattern, imbalance left, looking left. Okay, so we go to the hourly time frame, the 4 hours. Okay, so price still looks very much bullish. Okay, so what we have to do is you can go even lower. So for this, I would love to go to the 1 hour time frame, so that I can have a more tighter zones like so. All right, so have a more tighter zones like so, due to the time in which we are analyzing this pair. Okay, so if price can clear here, mind you, this is the 1 hour time frame retest, and our first target should be the 144.788. okay, for the bullish sides, and if price breaks out of that area, that's going to be a very long ride to the upsides, which it could go as high as our our 148.172 for the bullish side, and for the bearish side, price could start reversing from here. Price has to clear that support. Okay, remember our rules is no break of structures, no entry. Okay, so you should have a break of structure before looking at that entry, then we should be targeting here. Okay, so that's it for the bullish and bearish sides of USDJPY, and that's it for this week, guys. Do well to smash the like button if you are watching this video to this very moment, and drop a comment on the comment sections. Drop some fire emojis if you're seeing what we are seeing, and also let us know your thoughts on the comment sections. Always please do well to share our content on your social media platform, and join the free Telegram community to get more forex educational content. And we also host a live session, free live sessions, once or twice in a week. Okay, so that will be it for this week. Always remember to plan your trades and trade your plan. See you guys on the other side. Cheers.